Hi everybody, so this is the second video about how to do Trombone Wiki stuff. So I'm going to talk about discussions now, so you'll note that now I'm logged in, and this is one of the advantages to logging in. So there's a couple ways to talk about. Fortunately, if we want to make changes, we're perfectly able to talk about that on the forum itself. That's an acceptable place to talk about it, because really they're hosted in the same place and that sort of thing. So, you know, it's a part of Trombone Chat, thus the Powered by Trombone Chat as our logo. So that's fine. There's also a discussion area for every single page, and you can access it by clicking this discussion button up here. So in this case, I'm talking about the fact that Bruce made for us that's talking about basic maintenance tasks and that sort of thing. And this is where we would say something like, okay, so you need to, we'll note here, let me go back to that for a second, I'll just leave this page. You'll notice that there's no information on Hagman valves, for example, and actually we need to change this from being a list item to being nested formatting, the way that I think I showed this in the last video, but Trombone. So if you go to another Wikipedia page, you'll notice here that there's these like subsections that are in the table of contents. That comes from having, say, this is subheader 2, this is subheader 3, and then you can actually nest it 4 or 5, and I think maybe even 6 or perhaps more. And that way it's a lot easier for navigation and that sort of thing. So let's go ahead and I'm just going to put that into discussion and say, you know, need to add info about Hagman valves. 2, need to change formatting from list to, I'm actually not sure how to say that, headers. I'll just indicate that. I know what that means when I read it. And then you actually can then assign this by pressing that button right there, or by doing dash dash tilde 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 tilde. So one of those is easier than the other. Updated, or let's see here, discussed content update. Okay. So I'm going to save that. And now the discussion says, hey, we need info about the Hagman valves, and we need to change the formatting. And then if someone else goes back in there and wants to edit it, you would just be like, yeah, that sounds like a great idea, Matt. Or, no way, you putz. That's a terrible idea. Actually, no, don't say that, because we'll delete it, because that's mean. Don't do mean things. So then we'll do the signature here. And then, so that's how we keep track of what people are thinking about doing for a particular page. And so that is about it for that particular subject. So that wasn't super important, but I think that's something that we should probably be aware of, because again, it's just kind of unintuitive the way that Wiki does things, and being aware of some of the things you might not stumble upon are important to know. So I'll do a couple other of these videos about some of these other topics in a couple minutes here.